Horrifying.
Oh, no doubt, Steve. 25-year-old Chase Robinson still shaken by what he saw today, also moved by the actions of passengers on those trains rushing to the aid of the victims. Two victims that Chase was stunned to find out had died. It's an interview you'll see only here on K2.
That's pretty tough. That's sorry.
No.
That's pretty tough. I don't know what to do with that.
Chase Robinson thought he was trying to break up a fist fight.
I go to reach out to start pulling people apart, and then I see that there's just blood everywhere. Again, it happened so fast, but it looked like every punch that I saw was actually a stab.
Without hesitating, Chase and a few other riders went after the stabbing suspect after the train stopped and everyone rushed off.
I knew in that moment that if I didn't follow this guy, it was going to haunt me my entire life if he got away.
Then, a few blocks away,
and I see this guy shirtless with a long ponytail, and I'm like, and he's just walking down the street, just like totally calm, just walking down the street. I was like, is that him? That's gotta be him.
Police arrived moments later and confronted the suspect, who was screaming profanities and telling officers to shoot. Chase caught it all on his phone. Instead, they arrested him. Tonight, Chase is thinking of what happened to the people who lost their lives coming to the aid of complete strangers.
Like, everybody stood up for what they believed in, and what they believed in was a decent thing. It was a good thing, and I think that means a lot.
Chase really emphasized the bravery of so many people on the train, including the people who followed him off the train into this alley near this bus shelter where that incident came to an end as police tracked down that suspect. He says he will continue to ride the MAX, and he encourages everyone to be aware of their surroundings when they're on the train. MayBynum, K2 News.
All right, Nate, thank you. This is new at 11 tonight. Whether it's political bickering or Facebook fights, it seems plenty of us have a hard time seeing things from another point of view these days. But you may be hurting yourself by obsessing over the views of others. K2's Nate Bynum explains.
Wow, scared.
What do I feel about them? Ignorance is bliss.
It just doesn't seem to me like they have a message that's clear.
Whether you'd call yourself red or blue, left or right, more and more online and on the street, it seems healthy discussions have devolved into your side versus their side.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Somebody disagrees with me. I have to engage in that. And there's almost an imperative to convince someone how you feel.
Dr. Robin Henderson is the Chief Executive of Behavioral Health for Providence.
These third-party arguments and things that really aren't even relevant can get really hot and heated because they really don't matter.
Dr. Henderson says obsessing about the other side is one way we distract ourselves from problems in our own lives.
When we lose perspective and we get so narrowly focused on this one little itty-bitty thing here, everything else outside of that kinds to dissipate. Your primary relationships, your family relationships, your social relationships. And that can really lead to things like depression, anxiety, paranoia.
One place you can try to avoid those unhealthy interactions, in online comment sections.
But then you got this very fervent portion of people who for them are so disenfranchised, feeling so unheard that they have to scream in a space that really is irrelevant. And if you start getting into a flame war with somebody in the comment section, walk away.
Social media feeds you what you tend to want to read.
And the way the whole thing's set up to scroll and give you more and give you more and give you more content, and whatever you like, you see more of what you like, that is very obsessional.
So how do you deal with someone whose point of view you don't understand?
Look for the space where we can find commonality. That's the way that we're going to actually begin to learn and grow, and that's modeling different behavior for our kids.
Can't we just talk? I don't understand it. I honestly don't, because we can disagree, but we can still talk about it.
And maybe it's not such a wide gap between your side and their side after all.
Not everybody has to agree with me to hear me, but everybody has to respect each other and hear each other in order to coexist.
That was Nate Bynum reporting.